Let them pull all about mine ears, present me death on the wheel, or at wild horses' heels, or pile 10 hills on the Tarpeian rock, that the precipitation might down stretch below the beam of sight, yet will I still be thus to them. You do the nobler. I muse my mother does not approve me further, who is wont to call them woolen vassals, things created to buy and sell with groats, to show me bare heads and congregations, to yawn, be still and wonder, when one but of my ordinance stood up to speak of peace or war. I talk of you. Why did you wish me milder? Would you have me false to my nature? Rather say I play the man I aim. Oh, sir, 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 I would have had you put your power well on before you had worn it out. Let go. You might have been enough the man you are, with striving less to be so. Lesser had been the taxings of your dispositions, if you had not showed them how ye were disposed ere they lacked power to cross you. Let them hang, aye, and burn too. Come, come, you have been too rough, something too rough, you must return and mend it. There's no remedy, unless by not so doing our good city cleave in the midst and perish. Pray be counselled. I have a heart as little apt as yours, but yet a brain that leads my use of anger to better advantage. Well said, noble woman. Before he should thus stoop to the herd, but that the violent fit of the time craves it as physic but the whole state, I would put mine armour on, which I can scarcely bear. What must I do? Return to the tribunes? Well, what then? What then? Repent what you have spoke. For them? I cannot do it to the gods. Must I then do it to them? You are too absolute, though therein you can never be too noble. But when extremities speak, I've heard you say honour and policy, like unsevered friends, i' the war to grow together. Grant that, and tell me in peace what each of them by the other lose, that they combine not there. Tush, tush, a good demand. If it be honour in your wars to seem the same you are not, which for your best ends you adopt your policy, how is it less or worse that it shall hold companionship and peace with honour as in war, since that to both it stands in like request? Why force you this? Because that now it lies you on to speak to the people, not by your own instruction, nor by the matter which your heart prompts you, but with such words that are but roted in your tongue, though but bastards and syllables of no allowance to your bosom's truth. Now this no more dishonours you at all than to take in a town with gentle words, which else would put you to your fortune and the hazard of much blood. I would disassemble with my nature, where my fortunes and my friends at stake required I should do so in honour. I am in this your wife, your son, these senators, the nobles. And you will rather show our general louts how you can frown than spend a fawn upon 'em, for the inheritance of their loves and safeguard of what they want might ruin. Noble lady, come, go with us, speak fair. You may self so, not what is dangerous present, but the loss of what is past. I prithee now, my son, go to them, with this bonnet in thy hand, and thus far having stretched it here, be with them. Thy knee bussing the stones, for in such business action is eloquence, and the eyes of the ignorant more learned than the ears, waving thy head, which often thus correcting thy stout heart, now humble as the ripest mulberry that will not hold this handling, or say to them, thou art their soldier, and being bred in broils, hast not the soft way which, thou dost confess, were fit for these to use as they to claim, in asking their good loves, but thou wilt frame thyself forsooth hereafter theirs, so far as thou hast power and person. This but done, even as she speaks, why their hearts were yours, for they have pardons, being asked as free as words to little purpose. Prithee now, go and be ruled, although I know thou hadst rather follow thine enemy in a fiery gulf than flatter him in a bower. Here is Cominius. I have been in the marketplace, and sir, 'tis fit you make strong party, or defend yourself by calmness or by absence. All's in anger, only fair speech. I think 'twill serve if he can thereto frame his spirit. He must and will. Prithee now, say you will, and go about it. Must I go then, show them my unbarbed sconce? Must I, with my base tongue, give to my noble heart a lie that I must bear? Well, I will do it. Yet were these but the single plot to lose, this mould of Marcius, they do dust should grind it and throw it against the wind to the marketplace. You've put me now to such a part which never I shall discharge to the life. Come, we'll prompt you. I prithee now, sweet son, as thou hast said my praises, made thee first a soldier, so to have my praise for this perform a part thou hast not done before. Well, I must do it. Away my disposition and possess me. Some harlot spirit my throat of war be turned, which quired with my drum into a pipe small as an eunuch of the virgin voice that babies lulls asleep. The smiles of knaves tent in my cheeks, and schoolboys' tears take up the glasses of my cider. A beggar's tongue make motion through my lips, and my armed knees, who bowed but in my stirrup, bend like his that hath received an alms. I will not do it, lest I surcease to honor mine own truth, and by my body's action teach my mind a most inherent baseness. At thy choice, then, to beg of thee, it is my more dishonor than thou of them. Come all to ruin, let thy mother rather feel thy pride than fear thy dangerous stoutness, for I mock at death with as big heart as thou. Do as thou list. Thy valiantness was mine, thou suckest it from me, but oh, thy pride thyself. Pray, be content. Mother, I'm going to the marketplace. Chide me no more. I'll mountebank their loves, cog their hearts from them, and come home beloved of all the trades in Rome. Look, I'm going. Commend me to my wife, I'll return counsel, or never trust to what my tongue can do in the way of flattery further. Do your will. Away. The tribunes who attend you, arm yourself to answer mildly, for they are prepared with accusations, as I hear, more strong than are upon you yet. The word is mildly. Pray you let us go. Let them accuse me by invention. I will answer in mine honor. Aye, but mildly. Well, mildly be it, then, mildly.